Hi and welcome back to Roots Online, where we're looking this evening at John chapter 5. And there's something which reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen or heard of the movie Monty Python and The Life of Brian. A lot of people like it, it's quite divisive, but there's a really funny scene where the People's Liberation Army are gathered together and they're talking about the impact of Rome. They want to overthrow Rome. So their leader, Reg, essentially asked this really famous, now famous question: what have the Romans ever done for us? And so as he says that rhetorically, we have people who shout out some answers, and then he has to go through them, list the list. And at the very end he goes, all right, but apart from better sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, public order, irrigation, roads, a fresh water system, and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us? Well, I want to ask that question slightly differently, but I want to ask, what has God ever done for you? What are the things that he's given you? What parts of life are you most grateful for? So a useful exercise, which I think we should all do at times, is to sit and list the things that God has done for us, the things he's given to us, and of course, to give him thanks. I'm so grateful to God on those times when I sit down and I do reflect on the blessings that I have in my life. That God has given me: my family, my home, my friends, my work, my health, our nation, our security. There are so many things to be thankful for. But there's also the danger of seeing God as a kind of a blessing machine, and that's it. He is absolutely the source of all our blessings, but he is so much more than that, isn't he? And that's kind of what we're going to be exploring in this chapter, about some of the misunderstandings that people had of who Jesus was in regards to that. We're looking at Jesus feeding the 5,000. It's one of the best known miracles of Jesus. It's one of the few things outside of the passion stories that appear in all four Gospels. And this well-known event, it's led to many jokes about Jesus opening up his own mass catering company specializing in fish sandwiches and wine. But it's got so much more to say than about Jesus being able to magic up food for a hungry crowd, and so much more than just the message that Jesus has the capacity to meet our basic needs. Remember the thing that John is always on about. He's always seeking to point to who Jesus is, not just what he can do. So as ever, we're going to watch the chapter in front of us in a few moments' time, and remembering those questions that we always ask: what are we learning about Jesus in this passage, in this episode? What is it about Jesus that we're learning, whether it's new or confusing or disturbing or exciting or inspiring? What is it about Jesus, and then what impact will that have on our lives?